What up? This is Token. Check me out on the Bootleg Cave Pop. Damn, I'm about to pull a blue face. Let me do it again. What up? This is Token, and check me out on the Bootleg Cave podcast.
Yo, Bootleg Kev show. We got a special guest here, my guy, Token.
Hey.
Your new album.
Sorry.
It's officially out,
so
man. Your major label debut.
Yeah.
How's it feel, man?
It feels, I don't know, it kind of feels the same. Like, I mean, I just been working on it for so long, so it just feels good to be out. I've been working on the music for so long, and I'm just, what feels the most different is that people just finally have it, and
like your fans have been waiting for this for a while.
So long.
Yeah.
And like, it just feels, I'm just happy to have it and breaking it down and listening to it. That's the most I'm excited about.
You said on the album that you signed the deal when you lost your ambition.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't like I signed the deal when I lost my ambition.
But you were when you signed the deal, maybe you were in a tough place as far as
when
like.
I signed the deal, I was in a great place. Like when I made the decision I was gonna sign, but no, where that line came from was just what was happening in my life, and basically you gotta like listen to the album as a whole to like understand it. But it had nothing to do with my career. Like the last 2 years have just been like crazy for me. Like I've grown up a lot has happened, you know, like the beginning, a lot of people know me from shit I did as like a teenager. So this like turning 20 and like the last 2 years for real, I just been like crazy. So
you're not even 21 yet.
No, I'm 23 now.
Oh, I was about to say, wait, what the fuck? Yeah, I'm like, am I missing something?
So what that line is about is just like, I was really for real just like dealing with the catalyst of it was like my first breakup that I ever like been through. And that just like, it showed me a lot about myself, because it was like the first time like, I don't know, I was like really by myself, and I learned a lot about myself, and it just woke up all these parts of me that I haven't seen since I was like real young. So at that time, like it was just weird how so many things were happening at the same time. It was like my first relationship ended. I got a crib, I got a whip, I got the deal, but I had no one to like really share it with. So it was like a lot of, and then shit going on with my mom and then my sister, and it was like I kept getting tested, and then I just really like, it was a journey, bro, but it turned out amazing, because like I feel like I'm not living through my career really anymore. Because when I was younger, you know, a lot of people know me when I was like a teenager. I'm like,
you're hitting every cipher, going crazy, rappity rap.
Trying to improve myself. Like I'm just trying to make it.
I forget what tour what tour were you on early on?
Option.
I saw. Yep.
I was on just trying to improve myself, just trying to make it. And it was honest at the time, but like now it's just not about like proving anymore. Like I don't really feel like I have anything to prove, and whether people like know it or not, I'm not here because of how I can spit. Like people might not know that, but I'm here because of like the way I write and my perspective and the life I've lived. And now it just feels like everything at this point is like synchronizing. Like I really feel me again. Like I don't feel like I'm living through my career. My last project, I know I'm ranting, but
no, go do your thing, bro.
My last project, you know, is I feel this way because of my career. This girl looks at me because of my career. It's literally called Between Somewhere. It's like I'm between fame and a normal person. Right. It's like all this is because of my career. And then with this one, it's just like, bro, I feel this way because I'm me. This person looks at me because I'm me. Like I really feel me now. I forget what the fuck you even asked.
No, but what you just said, we know a lot of people who we're probably fans of who could rap really, really good, but don't have any real fans. Like they're like, they can't tour, they can't sell merch, but they could rap really good. So when you said like, I'm not here because I can rap. I mean, yeah, you're very talented, right? But you're obviously people relate to your story. People connect with you as a human being more than anything, which is why you actually are at this point. Because if you didn't have a fan base, if you know what I mean, what are you gonna you probably rapping and doing a day job, working at a call center or something.
I'm just lucky to have the fans I do for real, like that just love me for me. And I've gone like viral with just the rapping shit, but the reason I can sell as many tickets I can, and the reason like I just have this base is because I think I'm gonna need to be like 40 to like really wrap my head around like my life and everything that's going on, but I think it's just because I'm just trying to tell the truth, and especially with this new album, like
there's a lot of truth telling on the album, man.
That was the only priority.
Unadulterated. Just I was like, shit. He's letting some shit fly.
I'm just at the point now where if it's just not the truth, it's just not fire to me. Like there's a lot of things I'm trying to accomplish. Like of course I want to make the best records, like be a bigger artist. Like of course I'm trying to do that as well. But shit, I could just for real when I was younger, I could just like not tell the truth easier. Like when you're young, like you lie. Like I wasn't that far from like lying to my mom about like what I'm doing and shit. I was just used to more, not that I was lying, but I used to rap like I want to beat these rappers in competition. Like, but for real, in reality, I never looked at this shit like competition. I don't give a fuck what anybody else is doing. I just knew people were like into that shit. Mm-hmm. Now it's like every time if like I think of a line and it's not true, I can't say it. It's like it's not fire to me unless it's just like the truth.
Yo, it feels like the breakup you went through motivated a lot of this music. And I always say through heartbreak, we've gotten some of the best just music in general ever. My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, we could go on and on down the line, but like how much of that specific situation was like the catalyst for just the inspiration of the project?
It was just that it woke, when you're in a relationship, you kind of, I shouldn't speak for other people. Like for me, like I was just, it was really a part of me. It was like part of my identity. And I was in the thing, it was like my first relationship. And I made a lot of mistakes with it. And like I strung this girl around and shit. And like she was like a big part of my life for a while. And it wasn't that I'm so sad about this breakup. It's that it being by myself for the first time, like it woke these things up in myself. And, I had to go down some like negative shits. Like that's what the whole like Pink is Better is like Pink is like represents a lot, but it's like the balance of these two sides these two like roads I went down to within the last like 2 years. One of them is like this red, hot, fun shit. Having new crib space. I can do whatever the fuck I want here. My neighbors are so far away. Like I can really like have fun, like real fun for the first time. And then this other thing that woke up in me is like just feeling like I never really feel defeated. Like I'm a very confident person. But when I was younger, I used to feel defeated. Like that's what brought me music and shit. I used to just like want to give up, bro, for real. And what the breakup did was made me feel like I failed in something. And then that's feeling of failure. That's what the line you brought up is connected to. Like it just made me feel like, it just reminded me of like what it even feels like to like, damn, failure is an option. And it led me down this road of just like feeling like I'm, not that I would give up, but just like down on myself. And that represents like the white side, like the white flag side, like giving up and shit. So that's kind of what the whole album was like themed about. These two roads I went down, and the whole album was like, I want people to like decide their own shit about it, but it's really about finding the balance of you can still have fun, you can still be in touch with your emotions, but don't OD on it. Like I have a tendency to OD on shit. Like
listen, man, I think that this is the kind of project that like could change your life, because I feel like there's not a lot of music coming out that is very relatable, that people are very vulnerable on, that are like honest. And you're very honest on this body of work. Talk about this Caught on Camera record.
No one asked me about that one yet.
Yeah, the Caught on Camera record. Now I listened to it, and did you get caught on camera fucking somebody? What is this record about?
Caught on Camera is like the catalyst for my breakup. Yeah.
Okay, so what happened? So you just, I mean, listen, you put it on the album, so we got,
Yeah, she just like saw some shit.
So you got caught on camera doing something. Was it like a sex tape? Or was it like, you're out and somebody is put you on the story and you're with a bitch on the, that happens like.
Yes, to both of those.
So it was a sex tape and that.
Yeah.
Damn, man, you a wild boy. Did you have like? Let's break down this.
Oh no.
Was the sex tape on your phone, or did someone send it to her?
Did I already confirm that it was a sex tape? I feel like I didn't even do that.
You just did. You said yes to both.
I don't like subscribe to this, by the way. But at that point in my life, it was just so much new shit going on, and like what I've learned about something in me is like when my life is fast and there's a lot of exciting shit. It's moving. It's like a lot of like crazy shows and crazy experiences. I always try to like match that energy with some shit. I always try to, because it's like when you get fed, because I've had really highs, like really big highs. Like I probably lived more than I should have with this level of fame I'm at, because like I feel like only people know me as like my fans right now, but I've lived, like a lot of shit has gone on. So I've done shit where it's like if you haven't lived it, I think it's just kind of hard to understand. But when these big highs of like performing and everybody like needing something from you, it's very quick to, for me at least, to feel very low afterward. Like I've had like shows where it's like the highest I've ever been, and then I get in the tour bus, I just cry, or I just like go to the bathroom and just like be so down. So what the only thing that like makes that going from here, like what I tried to do in my life is like stay the fuck up there with some shit, and that just makes you make decisions that are like not within your character, So I think at this point, like I know how to balance it a little more. The difference is back then, I felt very like my eyes were so big, like the last project, I'm like, whoa, like this girl thinks this, and
you got groupies now.
And this money,
or female fans that are willing to show you how appreciative of your music they are.
But whatever, even it is,
right.
Like whatever it is.
For sure.
And I was like, I treated every famous person I met, it was like, I got to take advantage of this opportunity. This is so much bigger than me. Now, I feel like I belong here. It doesn't feel so far-fetched anymore. If this was an interview where I was doing this like 3 years ago, I would be nervous. I'd be like, make sure you come across the right way. Now I don't really give a fuck, because I know I'm here for like me. Like this is probably the first time, like this press shit I'm doing, that my friends are gonna watch these interviews and they're gonna be like, that's my friend.
You yourself, yeah.
The last one, I don't really watch my old interviews, but I have a feeling like my friends would be like, oh, I see what he's doing. He's trying to like do his business. He's trying to like. But now it's just like I know I'm here to be me, so I'm just be me. That's how I'm really gonna survive. That's how I'm really gonna last, because I can rewrite history. I can try to recreate history and rap and go viral. I know what it's like to go viral. I know what it's like to do that. I've done it. I've seen what it does. It's cool for a week. But if it's not you, it doesn't feel as good as you think it does. What feels good is this album, and even if it doesn't do what I want it to do, but if there's some people who say like, bro, I love that song, that's like someone saying, I love you. That's what it feels like. So I feel so much better now. I just feel like,
because you're like, this album is me. This is my life right now.
Yeah, I have nothing to hide. Like,
that's dope, man. You talked a lot about your family on the album. For people who don't know, like, kind of give us like a little breakdown of like where you come from, like, you know what I'm saying, like where you're from, and just kind of some of your come up.
Yeah, I'm originally from Salem, Massachusetts, but I spent like the majority of like my forming years in this like small town Marblehead. Basically, my parents were together in Salem. My
mom was born in I think my mom was born in Salem.
For real?
She was born in Massachusetts, And she always talks about the Salem witch shit. So I would
there's a lot of
assume she
witch
was
shit.
born around there somewhere.
Yeah, but I for real spent like most of my, like I went to school. I ended up going to school in Marblehead because I was staying with my mom. My dad stayed in Salem, so I was kind of bouncing back and forth. But my like friends and shit that I developed were in Marblehead, and shit like, you know, people have it like much more like hard than me and stuff. But I was just always like a kid who just felt a lot. Like it was like, you know, I just always felt very like overflowed. Like I always felt very different, and like it's hard to explain. Like I had, you know, it wasn't the craziest shit in my house. There's a lot of fights. There's fights about money, and everybody, you know, I grew up from a family that everyone's on like medication and shit for feelings and stuff. So that's where I come from. Like I come from a very emotional family, and I think that's why I like feel a lot. But you know, and I was just a kid who at a young age, I know it sounds stupid, but when I was like starting when I was like 6 or 5, like I was just so sad. Like every day I woke up, it was just like, fuck this. Like and I know it sounds silly because you think yourself when you're 6, but I'm telling you, like every day I was just like, why am I here, bro? Like, I just felt like there wasn't a day I didn't like just cry about my life. But really that's what brought me to writing about it, and it just made me feel so much better. I literally just felt overflown. I had to write about it, and it made me feel better. So one thing led to another. It found form in music. And then my earliest songs are just me like talking about like sad shit.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of remember like listening to some of your shit and like not really remembering there being hooks.
Yeah, well, it's funny because like I'm saying when I'm like 10, 11, 12, 13.
You were rapping at that point?
Yeah, I was releasing songs. I was like on YouTube at 10. 10, 11, 12, 13, all my songs were like I'm sad. And then 14 is like no one is listening. Like I was just getting like clowned down in school and stuff, and like it wasn't like getting attention.
Right.
And then I ended up like losing like a bunch of weight at that age, and it showed me that like if you work hard towards something, like you can get it. And I'm like, what am I? And then I decided like I'm gonna try this music shit. And then I tried to like really think about it, and I was like, what do people actually want to see? And then I was like, oh, people just want to see like that this little white kid can rap. Like that's what I was thinking. And then it started working.
And it worked.
So yeah, so one thing led to another where it's just like, oh, they want to see I can rap, they want to see I can rap. And it just and now I got this base that like there's a lot of people that just want to see me rap, but they don't like the beginning, the core of this shit. Why I'm even doing this, why I need this, is because writing about your my shit.
Yeah,
so that's what this album is like. That's why it feels like
full
better
circle.
because I feel like Ben again. Like I haven't felt like Ben since I was like 13. Now, you know.
What how old were you when you went on Sway? Because I feel like that was kind of like a moment that probably changed things for you, right?
That changed things for me. Yeah, I think I was 17.
Who was in the room when you were rapping? Because there was someone else there.
There was Tracy G.
Was there another? I feel like
there were other rappers.
Was there another rapper that was there? There
were 2 other rappers.
Do you remember who they were?
I don't, but shout out to them. I love you guys. No disrespect. They're killing it. I know.
Yeah, nah. I remember seeing that and being like, oh shit, you just look so unassuming and just like someone like I grew up with.
So nervous. Yeah, I was just the opportunity felt so much bigger than me, so I just like had to go crazy.
When do you feel like you started to kind of break out of the quote unquote, because you kind of had pointed out that people would didn't you have a song called YouTube Rapper?
Yeah.
So and I remember that was like a thing.
Yeah,
because I'm tight with Futuristic, who's from Phoenix, and people would call him a YouTube rapper. And then there's guys like Dax who are called, you know, like, but I feel like you kind of broke that mold. When did that happen where you felt like you kind of finally started to kind of shake that
yeah, I don't know if
stigma.
People really ever like people never was like he's a YouTube rapper, because they knew like I always like had real like when you listen to real songs by me, like you would see my attention to detail. Well, I guess I don't even know what a YouTube rapper is. I guess
you made the fucking song, but not me.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, people call me a rapper like at first they called me like a cypher rapper because I was just like going around in Boston and like doing ciphers. So they just always just like local people. It's like he's just a cypher. And then I started going viral on Facebook and they called me a Facebook rapper. Then YouTube, and then I did this stupid shit on TikTok at 2020 just to like feed people. And they call me a TikTok rapper, and then I went viral on Twitter, and then they call me a Twitter rapper. So they just have.
I feel like you've mastered the internet for sure.
Yeah, it's like at what point can I just be a rapper?
Yeah.
But or musician. So I don't know. I guess it depends who you ask. Like I always knew I wasn't because I sold more tickets than everybody.
Facts.
Like
do you think you hitting the road early with like someone like Hobson and seeing like how he kind of cultivated that cult following?
Yeah.
Like did that help?
Yeah, for sure help. I toured it. I like did some shit before Hobson, and then we toured the world together. We did like US, Canada.
He's the nicest
Europe.
guy for sure.
Great guy. Love him.
He's a
Love
sweetheart.
his face and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I just started touring, and then like my manager for real was like, "You got a real base, like you need to tour this," and I just prioritized touring since I always did. Like I've done like 5 tours in Europe. I don't even know, and I'm just lucky that like people in Europe like me. So it's not just like some U.S. shit. Like I can sell more tickets in Europe than I can in the U.S.
What's your biggest market in Europe?
Probably the U.K.
Nice.
We did like I don't even know how many tickets. Every single show sold out. I sold more tickets in like London than I did in my hometown.
I always wonder that like artists who have like huge followings overseas, like my homie Gashi's like Gashi. I just call him Gashi. What the fuck is he calling himself now? I know he dropped the 4 out of his name, but he's super huge overseas. Like is that like when you're like more popping overseas? I guess if you feel like you're like more hardcore fans are over there. Is it kind of weird like a fork in the road where you're like, all right, well, should we like kind of start focusing more on doing shit over here and like
I wouldn't
because all money is green, but there's also like I'm from the US, so I want to really go crazy here.
Well, it's not that far off. It's not like I'm a European like it's
you're not like a fucking European pop star.
No. Like I got core fans in the
like you're not gonna go get a flat in the UK.
Yeah, no. It really showed me like, damn, I don't know what about it. Like I wonder, honestly speaking, I wonder if it's like, people have like people love to say like, oh, people don't give you a chance because you're white. But I've seen like the privilege, even in a hip hop sense. Like I wonder, like, would I even be this big in Europe if I didn't look like them? Like, is it my music or is it like?
You know what's crazy is you're right, because like I remember in the 90s and 2000s, like all the alternative rock stations were playing Eminem, and we were playing rap records on rock stations, and it's like
people don't.
I wonder what's different about Eminem.
Yeah. For real. It's like people think that shit is dead. People think that like, when I'm not on like certain lists, people like love to say, man, they're only doing that because, and it's like, bro, like you don't even know. Like a lot of people just don't like feel the responsibility that I feel, like just being aware that I'm white in a culture that like is not for me. So, I mean, that's part of the reason why I am so truthful, because like I'm not pretending to be something I'm not. And at the same time, it's like maybe some of that exists. Bro, like you can see shit from the other side and it's real life. And it's like, I don't expect fans to see that. I don't expect fans to know that, but I've seen it, bro. And I'm in hip hop.
Yo, stop at the interview. Got to tell you about our good folks at Odd Socks, man. Listen, go to oddsocksofficial.com. Use the promo code 20% off. Save 20% off some of the craziest socks. They got the Ninja Turtle joints. Shout out to Kool-Aid. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to SpongeBob. Plus, they got the Odd Socks Basics. These are my boys right here. I love these right here. You get the plain black, the plain white. Very comfortable. Most comfortable socks in the world, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? Plus, underwear, y'all. Cheese it, draws. Come on, what are we doing? Go to oddsocksofficial.com. Use the promo code Bootleg and save 20% off. The most comfortable underwear in the world. Fuck all that other bullshit y'all be wearing on your ass. Throw all the Methicas in the trash. All that PSD shit, all that shit is all Listen, man, put them odd socks on your ass cheeks and thank me later. Yo, on the project, this record with Lil Skies, which is the only video that's out right now, right?
No, there's I got a video with Rico Nasty High Heels, and then I've been like spacing out the shit. So
I saw you
like,
put a trailer out for.
No. There's a video for High Heels, Chit Chat, and Sip. I just dropped them a while ago. Yeah.
But the on that record, shout out to Lil Skies, another amazing dude, man.
Yeah, really good dude.
Nice guy. You talk about your sister's drug problem, right? Which is I come from a family of nothing but just drug addicts, and I've witnessed a bunch of people overdose, and I had a pretty fucked up childhood myself. But like, what's the for people who are going through that, who have loved ones who are dealing with that shit, like, how's that? What is some advice you could give them to cope with that?
Man, I think like all situations are different, so I don't really think my sister's like, she's one of the most special people, if not the most special person like in my life. Like she's like, it's hard for me to compare her to anybody else because her story isn't like some person who got into some shit. Like she's so much bigger than that. Like at this point, she's tackled it and she's just back. She's like, she really inspires me. She's the one who like showed me music and everything. Wow. She's like an amazing person. So I mean, where the biggest takeaway from that whole thing was, because I was dealing with my own shit at the same time, and seeing, it just showed me like this shit's in my blood, like, it's not just drugs. It's just like over obsession. It's just like,
your family in general, like,
yeah. It's like,
I mean, you mentioned your mom was did she have like an eating problem when you were like usually like?
Yeah, I just been around a lot of shit that's
excessive consumption of something,
OD and shit, and like, and I've done that too, and what's weird about it is that like in a sense it's really helped my career because I focus the fuck on my shit.
On your craft.
I'm like, bro, that's why it's so hard for me to keep a fucking relationship healthy, because it's like I'm so focused on this shit. Like it's hard for me to like really focus on some other shit. I'm obsessed like with music. Like I'm obsessed with it. It's hard to talk about some other shit sometimes. So like, like I didn't touch anything until, well, I was getting like fucked up at like 10, 11, 12, 13, like really stupid early. But when I was 14.
On what though?
Just like weed and drinking and shit. But too early. Like I wasn't ready. So then I was like, this isn't for me. And then do you remember the first time you smoked weed? Did it hurt? Because I remember when No, bro, I didn't get high until I had to smoke weed mad times before I got high. It was weird.
I remember the first time I ever hit something, it was a pipe, and I just remember it hurt my throat bad, and I was like a kid.
I don't remember that, but I remember the first time I got high, I felt like a little person. I felt like a little person on stilts, and mad colors and shit. And at that point, I smoked weed mad times, so I already thought I'd been getting high, and it was just a placebo thing. So the first time I actually got high, I was like, this is the best weed ever. This is like magical. We need to make this shit last.
Right.
And
by the way, shout out to you, man. 2022, little person, not a midget. Never forget.
See how
I see you, bro. I see you, bro. We ain't getting canceled over here, motherfuckers. Anyway, go ahead.
But yeah, and then I was just a little ass kid getting high, like so high.
Where were you getting your weed from? At that, like, who was your plug?
This is his name. No,
just like some dude in the hood, like in your neighborhood,
or a homie or whatever.
I'm sure the statute of limitations are all right at this point.
I don't think it's that.
You're just getting high as shit as a little kid. I'm just getting
so high. And then it started giving me anxiety. Like bad, like not sleeping and shit. So then I was like, and that it was around the same time that was happening, and I was starting to focus on music more. So then I took the route like, I just gotta focus. I can't let anything mess with my mindset. And then I was like just that kid. I was like the sober kid.
Nice.
And then I started. And then went on tour with Hobson, so it's easy to like not fuck with shit because
he's straight edge. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, you know, I grew up and I just realized it's not really that deep as long as you like control shit. Problem is I began not controlling shit, you know?
Did you ever dabble with any other shit besides the weed?
Not really, no. Like no, and I'm not even a big weed smoker. It was mostly alcohol. It was mostly like it was mostly that and just like it was just it was an escape, you know, like it sometimes it was just like the only thing when music wasn't doing it, it was the only thing that made me feel happy. Like I just remember being like, I want to be happy. I want to drink. Like they were like becoming they were beginning to feel like synonymous, kind of like I wouldn't really have a good time without it. And it happened so quick. It was like I was sober recently, like and they just showed me how quick I can go places,
Wow.
like how quick I can like whoa. And then all this shit happened with my sister, and I'm like whoa. And then other stuff, and yeah. So yeah.
You got JID on the album. You got Benny the Butcher on the album. Two of the best rappers in the world as well. You know, but who are like some of the MCs? Obviously, those two are, I'm sure, on that list. But who are some of the other MCs that kind of just inspire you that you're a fan of right now? That you're like,
the people who inspire me the most, like for this album, were like
just in general, man. I mean, you're a hip hop kid, so like,
yeah. In general, I mean, honestly, what I'm inspired by, like, Earl Sweatshirt, I love, Lucky, I love, if we're talking about shit I'm listening to now, like BK the Ruler, Cardi. But, you know, I come from, like, you know, Jay and Push and
right.
And and like I'm like a Wayne stan. Like I only listen to Wayne mixtapes. Like that's all I listen to. Sometimes
Is Wayne your GOAT? Like
Wayne, Ye, Jay, like I don't even know, bro. Like maybe Kendrick, but like maybe Future, but like maybe who am I forgetting? I don't know. But like my three like people, I'm like Ye has changed my life.
For sure.
Wayne has changed my life, and like Jay has like I don't know changed my life, but like really like I like him a lot.
I always say if you have Biggie in your top 5, I respect it. He only had 2 albums.
Yeah.
So if I say I got Kendrick in my top 5, you can't say shit to me if you're an old motherfucker, because Kendrick got 3. I mean, we're not even including his mixtapes or Section 80, but his 3 official major albums are all classics. Like,
yeah, it's stupid. But yeah, I went through like a huge Kendrick phase. I listened to him too much, and I just started to sound like him.
I was gonna say, I do feel like that's a thing, right? If you're an artist and if you're like really listening to so much shit, can it influence you when you go record your own shit?
Yeah. Well, right now, like I said, I obsess over things. No matter what it is, it could be the stupidest thing. Like those bars I was eating, like I'm obsessed with those right now. But it's healthy. So like I used to be obsessed with Eminem. That's why I used to sound like Eminem. That's why I stopped listening. There was a stage where I was obsessed with Kendrick. When Damn came out, I only listened to Kendrick. And then I made like 3 songs and I released them and they all sounded like Kendrick, and people were like, you sound like Kendrick. And I was like, that makes sense. I only listen to Kendrick. So I like took a step away, and now I try to like, now maybe, I don't know who I would sound like. I listen to different shit now, but yeah.
What would you say? Well, how about this? When you looked at your Spotify wrap up for the year, I don't know if you use Spotify or Apple Music, but who did you listen to the most last year? Because it tells you, right?
Yeah, I listened to Cardi the most because I love Whole Lotta Red. I listened to Tyler's album the most. That as well. I listened to West Side Gun and BK the Ruler. Those are like and yeah, I think.
Shout out to Cardi, man. That's an acquired taste.
Yeah, I mean, Cardi just changed my life, bro. I was late to Cardi, and I
still am late. I'm not
like,
there yet. I don't know if I'll ever get there, but I'm gonna be honest. I listened to a whole lot of Red, and I was like, yeah, man, this just ain't for me.
Yeah,
that's the only. Honestly, Playboi Carti is the only artist that I've ever listened to where I just threw my hands in the air and was like, I'm old. This is it. It's happened. I can listen to Uzi. I can listen to Future. I can listen to any of the new shit. Lil Pump even.
Oh.
When Pump was popping and he had a few of those records on SoundCloud were fire as fuck. The Cardi shit, it's just, I don't know.
Music is subjective.
It
man.
sure the fuck is.
Power
man.
to you to being honest, because bro, I know some. Not saying you're old, but I know some old people who like. Yeah, I get it. I just really get Playboi Carti. Like, I get what he's trying to do, and it's like,
They
bro,
don't.
shut the fuck up.
They
like,
don't. They're probably like, they probably live in like, those people you're talking about probably live in like Williamsburg in Brooklyn, and they probably sip lattes.
It's like, bro, just listen to music you want. It's not that deep.
It
Like,
sure the fuck ain't.
Yeah.
But you got a fucking eclectic taste. You from West Side Gun to Playboi Carti. That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, thanks.
Were you like, obviously signing with Atlantic's a big deal, but was there ever a time where you ever considered signing anywhere else? I'm sure everyone was courting you for a while, you know?
Yeah. I mean, of course it was all a discussion, but I didn't feel like, listen, I'm just blessed to like have what I've done independently and still have that independently. Like, so I was just able to, money was never the thing that made me make a decision. Like, I'm just very lucky I'm okay in that area. So it was really just about people who I felt like aligned with what I was trying to accomplish. And just, it was just timing for me, because I know if I signed earlier, I know I wasn't ready. Like now, whether it happens this album or the next album, like I know there's records on this album that if the world heard, they would be huge records. Now it's just like getting it to the world. And before I was never like making big sounding records. Like now, now it's just, and it happened real naturally. I never was like, we got to make a hit. Like Atlantic was never like that either. Like it was never on some, we have an understanding of like what I'm trying to do. I think they have a lot of respect for, I feel more comfortable going like this rather than, Yeah,
because on that same record we were talking about earlier, you had said maybe I'll just let them have someone write me some hits or some shit.
Yeah,
right? Which is a thing that Atlantic has done. Shout out to Bruno Mars.
I don't know shit about that.
Remember? Shout out to Atlantic, because they had Bruno Mars on every fucking hook in like 2011.
If I didn't write my shit, people would know. And like,
but isn't it okay to get help with hooks?
I make good hooks though.
No, but I'm saying, like, let's say you're in the studio with like, I don't know, whoever the fuck, and like they have an idea for a hook and it's fire and you execute the hook. That should be all right, right?
Yeah, I mean, bro, people.
I just don't think you should ever get help with your verses. As an MC, to me, that's like, that's the no-go. Unless
I personally wouldn't, but bro, like it depends what you're trying to accomplish, because like people, I understand it's like a culture and shit, but like at the end of the day, I'm just trying to make the best music I can. So if someone's got a fire idea in the studio, the problem is I don't think that much is fire. So like it would need to be something, like it hasn't really happened yet, but maybe, I don't know. For me, like I'm pretty
Is it a
specific.
pride thing, you think? Or is it more like, these aren't my words, this didn't come from me, so I can't.
Maybe it's pride, but like I said, at this point, it's only fire to me if it's true. So it's gonna be hard for someone to write my truth.
That's some real shit. That's some real shit, man. Where do you, like, with this project, are you already working on new music, or is this something you're gonna work throughout the year, or?
I'm definitely, bro. I look at this album like it's like it's just like the new chapter has begun, and I just want to keep dropping. I haven't like started. I mean, I got tons of records I made after the album was done that, but right now I'm like working on some other shit that's not my shit, and that's what's happening now. But this year,
when you say not your shit, what do you mean? Just like,
just another. I can't disclose too much, but
is it music related?
Yeah.
Fucking super group.
No, it has nothing to do with like my name. this trip has been a trip. But
are you helping write for Kanye or something?
I don't know. But I want to make a lot of music this year.
Was that a nice like shot in the dark that might be accurate?
No.
Okay, I just gotta ask, because I feel like every time someone comes to LA, they end up writing for Kanye West randomly in a studio session. And it's like, oh shit. So you're writing for Ye. That's big. That's big. Donda 2 bars? Donda 2 bars, huh?
I'm gonna make so much music this year.
Hey, so when Kanye reached out to you, man, like, did he DM you, or did he get in touch with your people?
I'm gonna make so much music this year. It's gonna be so good.
Knowing Ye changed your life, what's it like working with him?
I do love Ye's music.
Let me just ask you this. Have you ever met Kanye West? That's a fair question, right? Without revealing anything. Have you ever met the guy?
Yes.
And was he nice?
Yeah.
Did you meet him recently?
Dude, everything. I'm gonna make so much music. It's gonna be so good.
Man, the Ye fucking Token record is gonna be crazy. Like when you, because this is so I met Kanye when I was 16. My best friend's brother, Raka, is a part of a group called Dilated Peoples. Dilated Peoples, legendary LA rap group. They toured on the College Dropout tour with Kanye. They Evidence produced Last Call on College Dropout, and they had a song called This Way featuring Kanye. So I met Kanye when I was 16 twice.
Wow.
And I still have the photo, but I haven't met him since then. So like I always think to myself like Kanye is my favorite artist ever.
Me too.
And I'm always like, man, if I ever really got to chop it up with Kanye, like, I don't know how, what I would say to him, you know, like, bro, you changed my life. Or like, if I ever had the opportunity to do the interview with Kanye West, I feel like it would be like no one else's interview, because everyone else is going to ask him about all this bullshit going on with fucking his wife or, you know, his new girl. I'm like, I don't care about none of that shit. I just want to talk about some nerdy discography shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what was your conversation like with him when you met him?
I just listened.
Tight.
Yeah.
But he knew who you were.
I just listen to everything he's got to say.
Did he know who you were though?
I don't know what he knows, to be honest.
Everything, obviously.
Yeah, that's what it seems
And
like.
nothing at all.
But yeah, this album is crazy. Like,
shout out to Token, man. Hey, man. Hey, everybody who's always like, why do I need to go to LA? Man, come to LA because you might fuck around and write for Ye. You know what I'm saying? Happened with Griselda.
yeah.
They were in LA, left my spot, went to the fucking Sunday service, and then were on a plane to Wyoming within like 48 hours.
I love Griselda.
Yeah, Griselda to me, Freddie Gibbs, like.
I love Freddie Gibbs too a lot.
Yeah, man. I just love, shout out to RJ Payne. Shout out to, there's just so much dope, real rap shit that's finally like, I feel like the pandemic kind of brought the world back to listening in their earphones or listening at home as opposed to being at the club.
Yeah.
So I feel like.
Yeah, I think they, 2020, like, they really like.
It was a hard reset, man.
Yeah.
And like people who might not have gotten the attention before, like I think they had, like, if you think of those nominees for best rap album.
Yeah.
Royce, Jay Electronica, Freddie. Who else got nominated that year? Last year? Nas. I'm missing someone else who's dope. Oh, D Smoke. Yeah. So yeah. Shout out to, have you ever met Freddie? We're gonna make it happen. That'd be a random ass interaction, you and Freddie Gibbs.
I would love that. I'm like a big fan. Like, I'm a big fan of him. Yeah.
So the album is out. More videos on the way.
Yeah.
More videos coming.
Yeah.
Big
and
shit.
just next, the next chapter. Like, I really look at this project. Like, I know it's like my major label debut, but the way I'm looking at this is like, bro, just put in a universe. That's the new like place that people are gonna have their reference of me, and now I just want to move on. I just want to keep dropping. Like, I hope I don't watch this shit in a year and I'm like, damn, I didn't drop shit. I think I'm gonna though.
Yeah. What you say you're super obsessive. So besides your music right now, what are you obsessed and those bars? Like, do you play video games? Are you fucking binge watching any TV? Like, what are you doing when you're not pushing this album?
Aha, sparkling water, the cucumber one, and the blueberry one. Yeah,
we're gonna buy those. Do you own any percentage of this, by the way?
No, fuck, but I'd love to.
Bro, that's how I feel about. There's this energy drink. It's Ghost Energy, and I fucking
and the coconut ones.
I don't know how many episodes I have a Ghost Energy can sitting here, and they're not paying me a fucking dime, but I'm like obsessed with these energy drinks.
You gotta take the wrapper off like me.
It's like I'm like, fuck. I've been telling this for like, bro, we gotta fucking talk to these people. Like, I've like DM'd their page and shit, and like,
yeah. I used to have like a thing. I used to like Quest bars.
Bars. I mean, I just got on the keto shit, so those are acceptable.
Yeah, be careful though. They'll clog you up a little bit.
As in, like, you'll be constipated.
They made me constipated a little bit, but I again upset, so I'd have like. I
think they're fucking terrible. But,
yeah, most people don't like them.
It's like eating like a flavored piece of rubber.
But you never know. Like, reach out, because I was I was like obsessed with Quest, and like I posted a picture with them and they DM me and they like sent me a bunch of shit, and I was supposed to be in a commercial that never happened, but you never know.
What's the last TV show you binge watched?
I don't really binge watch shows. I like movies more.
Who's like give me your top 5 movies of all time.
Mother, shit, I mean Goodfellas, maybe like Scarface. I mean those are the obvious ones, but I really like Place Beyond the Pines. I really like some like somewhat new, like I really like I like shit like Nightcrawler and Prisoners, shit like that. They're not my favorites, but
I don't know what the fuck. I just know two of the 5 you've mentioned
real?
I've heard of.
Damn, yeah. Man, I just watched the movie. Oh, like Eyes Wide Shut. I like shit like that. Yeah. You should check. Have you seen Mother?
I've heard of it. I haven't seen it though.
Mother, bro. Go see Mother and like put your phone away and try to watch it on like a big screen. I saw it in theaters, but like don't get distracted and really.
What's it about?
It's just a trip. It's just like it's like a roller coaster. You just gotta go on for a ride, and like it changed the way I wrote all my music videos. Like that movie like inspired all my treatments.
Have you ever seen The Big Lebowski? That's my favorite movie right there.
No, what's that?
You've never seen The Big Lebowski?
No.
Oh man,
I haven't seen a lot of like classic movies.
It's from '97. It's a Coen Brothers movie. It's the greatest comedy ever.
Oh, it looks fun.
It's about a loser in LA named The Dude.
I always used to be like I didn't fuck with superhero movies, but you know, I hit my friend. I was like, "What's a charming movie?" Like I just wanted to be charmed, and he said like the first Spider-Man or like the new Spider-Man, but the first one, and I actually like kind of liked it. It was very like warming.
That shit's fire. The new Spider-Man shit's gas.
I just always hate it. Like
it's
I like
low hanging fruit, man. It's like it's okay to enjoy. Sometimes like you could go into a movie and know it's like you know what it is. So you just gotta you gotta like enjoy it for what it is. It's like when you're in the club and someone plays some shit that you're not gonna listen to in your car, but you're like, I'm in the club, let me fucking enjoy this shitty Playboy Cardi record. You know what I'm just fucking with you.
That kid though is very charming.
Tom Holland and Zendaya is an incredible actress. Shout out to her.
Yeah.
Euphoria. Have you watched Euphoria?
Yeah, I watched
that shit's
it
like fucking kids, man.
I watched it with my girl. She like loves it. And she got me into it. I like that show a lot too. She keeps. I've been here, but we gotta watch like the new one.
The new one's crazy. It comes out. Have you watched the new episode 1 of the new season?
I haven't seen anything new. I've just seen the first season.
The new season, they don't play. That shit comes out. What the fuck?
Damn.
It's fucking. That's a dark ass show, man.
My girl loves it. I like it too, but she loves it.
It's a good show, man. Well, listen, I appreciate you pulling up. The album is out. Looking forward to hearing whatever you got going on with Kanye, and. Yeah. Last question. If you could do a collab album, realistically, don't say fucking Jay-Z. I'm not saying that you and Jay-Z won't do an album one day, but like right now, if you could do a collab album with somebody, who would it be?
Man, like there's like dreams, and then there's like what I think would turn out good.
What would you think would turn out good?
My Baby Keem, maybe.
Baby Keem's fire.
Jid, maybe. Ski.
Ski's incredible.
Yeah,
Jid's incredible.
I think I'm a really big fan of Baby Keem, and I think he just like is gonna keep like. I really like what he's doing. I think he's getting better and everything. Like so.
You know his album was crazy.
Yeah, and I love like his first album. Like I love like Honest is one of my favorite songs off his first shit.
So Baby Keem Token Project. There it is, ladies and gentlemen.
I would love it.
Go get the album, stream it. I'm sure you got merch on the website, right?
Yeah.
Are there going to be vinyls? That's kind of a thing.
The CDs, we put a lot of effort into the CDs, and I really gave a breakdown of like where I was at mentally.
You do the pink vinyl.
Yeah, we definitely got to do that.
Problem is Adele fucked up the whole vinyl supply chain with 30. Jesus.
She did?
Oh my God, yes. People are waiting like 6 to 9 months for vinyl because they made like more Adele 30 vinyls than they've made for an album in like I don't know how many fucking years.
Oh my God.
So Yeah, good. I mean, you're gonna probably have to. You'll probably do the vinyl in like
That
a year.
man right there will take care of it.
He looks like he's got a dusty, sick vinyl collection.
He's the vinyl. I know. I just know he's been
bet
thinking.
he
He
looks like a
wakes up
fucking
and
connoisseur.
he wakes up and thinks of vinyls.
I bet he does.
He wakes up. He's like,
I've
this
already
token
thought about
vinyl's
it.
gonna
The
be so
pink
nice.
marble vinyl for the 1 year anniversary of the album.
That's what he's here for.
There it is, man. Thank you for pulling up, brother.
Thank you, bro.
Boom.